Welcome back. This is lesson number 20 for the technique known as evader. Welcome to your first lesson on parries and defensive movements. Now, evasion, a simple sidestep, is the simplest, most effective parry you can basically make. But since saying just sidestep to get out of your opponent's alignment, since saying that is so simple, we're going to put in a little more into this lesson. We're going to also teach you how to do a counter strike that's very similar to the hand slice. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take a wide step to your right in order to get out of alignment with your opponent's attack to your high region. Once you've taken that step, the key thing to remember is that you should now be in a privileged position to attack. If you're just retreating, if you're sidestepping an attack, and you find yourself not in a better position to strike your opponent, then you've basically given your opponent the upper hand. You should only sidestep an attack if that results in you being in a better position to strike. To perform the evader, you're going to, while your opponent is coming down to attack your head or your shoulders, you're going to take a small diagonal step with your right foot. Basically, you're only going to take as big a step as needed to avoid their blade, while also giving yourself a privileged position to attack. Now, as you take that evasive step, you're going to raise your saber just high enough so that the emitter is at eye level. You don't want to raise your saber too soon, and you don't want to make the movement too big, or else it'll signal to your opponent what you have in mind. So again, you're going to take a small step while you raise your saber, and you're now going to be facing your opponent at an angle, and they'll be facing directly behind you. So then that frees up their shoulder, their inside shoulder, for you to attack straight down. Just like that. All right, let's see what it looks like. Nice.
Maintain good posture. As in the case with many parries, riposte, and counterattacks, your efficacy of movement and use of time is important. If you take too large a step, you will signal to your opponent to go on the defensive. If you swing your blade too high, you can lose valuable time. Keep your movements in this technique as small and concise as possible to take advantage of the recovery time needed by your opponent to react. You are now seeing only the first few parts of this technique. To complete it, catch your left foot up to your right as you bring your saber down. As your left foot catches up, pivot on your right foot to face your target square on.
Now, after you take your step and swing down, you're going to remember to return your left foot into the ready position. So you basically return to the ready position, but at a new angle. Now technically, at this level, we should only be teaching you parries. But because stepping to the side is such an easy and simple parry, we're throwing in this riposte right at the end. Now to practice in 3 steps, you're going to 1, step, 2, raise your hilt just barely so that the emitter is at eye level, and then 3, come down onto your opponent's shoulder. When you strike down, you're going to take your left foot and you're going to return to the ready position. All right, in 3 steps, get ready. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And now in 2 steps, you're going to step while you raise your saber, and then 2, strike down while you catch up your left foot. All right, in 2 steps, get ready. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, now all in 1 step. Remember not to take too big of a step. You only want to take a small enough step to get out of the way. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.